I've just dropped Isaac off at a mate's place. They're having a party. So I've got to pick him up later tonight. So I thought I'd spend a bit of time in the shed. And the project I've got at the moment is a mistletoe. I was going to do a pencil box. I've got one inside that hasn't been stabilised. It's just a natural mistletoe and it came up quite nicely. It's full of pens and it sits there in the kitchen. So I thought I'd do another one, but I can't find a mistletoe that's big enough or round enough or suitable to make a pencil box out of. I found this one and I've turned it to a cylinder. I've put it into cactus juice and then cooked it for about 2 hours at about 90 degrees Celsius. So it's come up a bit dark. Some of the mistletoe, some of the eucalyptus mistletoes come out light once you stabilise them with the cactus juice. I know the ironbark comes out dark, and this one's come out fairly dark as well. But it's got a hole in the middle here. I'm thinking that I might put some pencils in there and fill it with resin, but I don't want to, when I turn it, I don't want to cut the pencils. I'm thinking I might do some colourful pencils, and I want to put them in here somehow, and when I turn it, I don't want to touch the pencil. So I might just clean this off. That's a bit of cactus juice that come out when I was cooking it. So I'll just clean that up. I'll work that out. I'll do a shelf and then I can sit the pencils on there. And I might just super glue them there. I might just glue them on there so they don't move. Then I'll do some resin. And of course, I just noticed I haven't got much resin. I've only got a little bit of resin left. So the idea, whether it'll work or not, that's going to be the opening, that's going to be the bottom. The idea is to have a band of a colour. I'm thinking that probably a gold colour, bronze colour, something like that. Here, and then a clear colour here so you can see the pencil, and make it and then transition it into a darker colour here. So I might do a blue, I'd say. So a light colour here, clear, so you can see the pencils, and then gradually get into a dark blue at the bottom. But I'd just like to put a band of, say, gold or copper on the top. So what I'll do is I'll go back onto the lathe, just clean that up, and I think I might just put a bead here. What do you call that? I'll just use a parting tool and put a shelf there so I can put the pencil. I'm going to find my glasses too. Clean it off with a 1/2-inch spindle gouge. I took the zipper out of this one years ago, took the zipper out and put Velcro here. Makes it a lot easier to do up. I have got one that's got a zipper on it and it's very hard to get the zipper to work. So this makes it a lot easier. Oh. Just clean that up. So we just clean that up a little bit. What am I going to do now? So what I was going to do, what did I say it was going to be? 80 mil. 80 mil? Yeah, 80 mil, that's right. So if I put a bench here, then I can sit that at 80 mil. I'll see if that works. Okay, so that's a line. That's the bottom. Enough for the bottom. All right. I think I might chisel it. I reckon if I can cut that down. My glasses. Good way to blunt the chisel, isn't it? So the idea is to put that there. Will that work? I'll get a few in there. What do you reckon? Is that enough? So I reckon I could cut them in half. If I cut them in half, what are they? 90. 90 for you, just there. I'll have to sharpen that chisel, I think, after this. Well, that'll work, I reckon. So if I cut a couple of these in half and make sure they're straight, so you won't see this because I'll have a darker resin there, so you won't see that. I could glue that in so it doesn't move. Let's cut these in half, eh? Alright, can you see? Cut that to 90 mil. I've got a few different colours. Pink. Oh. There. Pink, yellow, purple, blue. Should be about it. Now I want to put blue, pink, the short pink one. Oh yeah, yellow and blue. Now we gotta get them straight. And then I'm back to yellow. I'll put some glue there. Can I get them out a bit? Without breaking them. That's better. Okay, so I've mixed up the resin. I've still got a little bit left. So what I'll do, I'm nearly out of, what's that, canola oil spray. Australian canola oil spray. I better get the cook to get me some more. That just makes it a bit easier for the mistletoe to come out. What am I doing? Yeah. I'm going to put that in that way. Yeah, I better hold that down with something so it doesn't move. What am I going to... Right. I don't want that over the pencils. Where are the pencils? Here we go. Pencils are there. I'll bring you in for a better look. Right. They're nearly at the pencils. Do I need them? Oh, I don't want it anymore, do I? I've got heaps of bronze. What am I going to do with the bronze? Dilemma. I don't want to put any more bronze in. We've got half bronze. What are we going to do with that now? Good question. We've got something else to use it for. Should have thought of that, shouldn't I? You can see there, bronze is there and the tips are just above the tips, so that's perfect. That's all right. That's what I wanted. As long as the pencils don't fall down, that'd be perfect. And now I've got to find, I'll have to, I've still got some more resin, so I need to find something to put that in. Okay, so I have found a piece. I've got no idea what that is. Yeah, I've got no idea. But there's bark, bits of wood. Oh, it's been stabilised. No idea. Anyway, I'll put some. That's good. It's going to go right to the top. Oh, that's right to the top. That's perfect. Oh. Now put that in a pressure pot and we'll leave it overnight. What do you reckon? Watch your fingers. Let's see how much I've got left. Alright, I need some more resin. And I might use a, well, I'll use the purple. I might use a blue. Steel blue. No. There's a powder. That's it. So what was that one? Blue sapphire. Alright. Okay. Come in, have a better look. Hang on a minute. Now pour. This is a blue clear, which, oh, okay, that's gonna muck around with the. I might have to wait. The clear should go to the top and the copper should go to the bottom. The copper's a little bit heavier for some reason. We'll try that. Just do it a bit slower. Do it around the back. Slowly. Like a bull at a gate. Sometimes. That's all right, that's good. So I needed probably another 2 cups of resin. It's a pity. It is a pity. So I'll put this in the pressure pot. Come and have a look. And I'm putting this one in too. Delicious. They'll go in overnight. We'll leave this overnight. Come back tomorrow, check it out. And then I have to wait for some resin, which will probably be midweek. That's off, that's on. Okay, so that's about it for tonight. So I'll put I need more resin. I need the mistletoe to set overnight. So I'll have a look at that tomorrow. Get more resin. I'll go inside now and have a coffee and wait for Isaac to give me a call when he's ready to come home. Hopefully it's this side of midnight. So I'll probably see you again in a couple of days. Cheerio. So I ended up purchasing some more resin on Monday morning and it came Tuesday morning. So very good service, extremely good service. So during the week, I put some more resin in, filled it up, and I did some blue. But I can't see the pencils. I can see them a little bit, so we might turn it up and just see what it looks like. Okay, so there's some pencils there. It's supposed to be clear along here, but it's all seemed to have washed into one another. So I might just turn it down, see how we go, see how much of the pencils I get. So I'm using a carbine tipped tool from the local men's shed. They do a fantastic job. Great tool. So the idea is to take away a lot of this resin and get back to the bare wood, just to show all the different types of grain and the knots and the bark and all that sort of stuff. So I've still got a bit to go before I get to the pencils. So I'll keep going. Alright, so getting down to the wood and I'm starting to see a bit more of the pencils. So go down a little bit more, just clean up this little bit here, get back to the wood in here and get fairly close to the pencils there. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so I've gone about as far as I want to go. I can see the pencils now. I'll just start to sand it down a little bit. Give it a bit of a sand, clean up some of these holes. I've cleaned up the ends. That's going to be the bottom here. Once I've done that, I'll hollow it out. So I'm going to dry sand for a while, then I'll clean up the lathe and I'll wet sand. That should do the job. I'm using these mesh pads that I used to get from the sandpaper man up in Queensland. He's no longer about, so I'm not sure where I'm going to get them from. But they're great, I can use them a fair bit and they don't put the grit into the wood. So I've finished the mistletoe box. I've sanded it. And you'll see here there's a line between the two pours. So I ran out of resin. And then once I got the new resin, I did another pour. And there's a distinct line there. Otherwise it come out okay. I'll just give it a polish. And if it comes out any good, here are the photos.